Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about things that you should be doing daily on this game to be the most efficient and get all the things that you need to just play the game and be more comfortable and have better quality of life. And first and foremost, we are in the Amitoi house. So if you did not know, you can send out your little Pokemon Amitoi on expeditions to get you a whole bunch of rewards. And just a brief little look over this, I'm going to claim this reward. You can see I get 15 quality mana steel and 15 abyssal contract token points, which we'll talk in a second. So the more you do of this, the higher you are in level when it comes to expeditions, which means the better the rewards you will get, and also the more rewards that you will get. So if you did not know how this works, all these areas have specific symbols on them, like this is a wheat one. Some of your Amitois have these as well. If you are going to send them out to a specific area, make sure your Amitoi have this symbol and the green arrow. This means that we'll have more chance of getting rarer items plus more items. So the more you send out of them, the more chance you have. So if I was to do this, you can see that I'll have a chance of getting any of these materials or a bag which has, like, you know, different precious stuff in and ores and stuff like that. The longer you send them out for, the more they will return, or the more of one specific thing they will return, and then a better quality of everything else. So typically when you're playing, you just want to send them out for an hour. Overnight, you want to send them out for 8 hours. Now, this gets really, really useful as you get higher. So I'm on the ruins of terrain at the moment. So if I was to select all of these, because I have so many of these, I'm sending 5 out with a better chance to get the better rewards. For 1 hour, I'll get 0 to 16 of any of these materials plus my abyssal tokens. If I send them out for 8 hours, then it's 0 to 22 of them and 85 of these tokens, or up to 85 of these tokens. So Amitoi expeditions are really, really useful, especially if you want materials for like cooking and stuff. So, you know, this is, I think this is the highest one at the moment. You know, I can get up to let's have a look. I can get up to 20 of each of these with a better rarity herba and more of these tokens. So for your abyssal contract tokens rewards, they'll just get added on up here, and you will then be able to do more in open world dungeons to get more XP, more drops, more gold. So all in all, this actually benefits multiple facets of the game. So definitely as soon as you log in, this should be the first thing that you do, and then go back every hour to, you know, get them as much as possible. The other thing I will say is whenever the Gigantrite is up, always go and jump on it, because there are ore that you can mine from there which are very, very useful for endgame stuff. And while you are on there, the ore will respawn in random places, so you can just keep going around and getting all this ore. So definitely a good thing to do every time it spawns in. Right, next up, you should be going to the Sundries Merchant. This will allow you to buy daily limited food, so your honey and your golden rye and your eggs. If you want to buy others as well, that's completely up to you, but because these are daily, when it comes to wanting to cook food and such things, you may not have enough of these materials. So I just buy these literally every day, around about 35,000 gold. Gold comes back so quick in this game, you don't have to worry about it. And then essentially, when other days, I just like, I pick one and then I just put like 30 and I just buy them all. I do them all for like 30. Get all your food ready to cook with. And speaking of which, what I like to do, which I haven't done yet today, is think about what I'm going to be doing. So, you know, if I'm going to be fishing, I'll cook some rye bread, which gives me fishing mastery bonus. Other stuff down here, like if I'm going to be going into like dungeons and stuff, mana recovery is always good. You know, there's stuff like bonus damage, skill bonus damage. So I just look at everything that I might need and I cook it ready to be used. Instead of stacking them up all in my inventory, I choose it day by day, because essentially what I'll do is I'll cook all this stuff and I'll forget about it. So I just cook what I need for that day, or what I think I'll need for that day. Next up, we have the Guild Merchant. So guild merchants are really, really useful, specifically for these rare recovery crystals. They cost 10 of the guild coins, so definitely worth buying 10 a day. You can get these in other sources, but very, very rare. I think you get them from completing Tador's Tower as well the first time. So essentially what you want to do is go into your guild, if you have a guild. If you don't have a guild, I highly recommend it. Go over to info, and you'll get this donation count. So every hour, I believe it is, you get 1 donation count, and you can put in anything you want: mana steel, rune leather, magithread, mistwood, gold. However, it's probably easier just to donate money. So you just throw money in, donate it all, and then you'll get 10 of these for each time you donate. So you get basically 100 a day just for spamming out 10 donations. Then you can use them to go into the guild merchant and buy stuff that you might need, for instance the rare recovery crystals. Then as you get higher up in level, you know, you get all this other extra stuff, trait conversion stones, which are really useful, precious base material selection chest, rare special weapon selection chest. Wasn't that important before, but now, you know, I think with all the way the blues are going and the rare lilligraphs, you might be able to use these too. So being in a guild, and you know, even if you're just there to pick up the rewards, definitely worth it, because these rare recovery crystals, very, very useful. So similar to kind of what I was talking about with the food, I also like to go in every day to the ornate coin section and think about what I might need. I don't need fishing bait at the moment because I just bought a whole bunch of them. But for instance, if I want to work on a specific weapon or armor, I can buy the growth stones that I want and make sure that I don't overspend. I just literally buy what I need as I'm right there. And also as well, you know, your growth books are also here, even though I'm sold out. So just have a quick scan through, see what you need, and just start leveling up the things that you want to. Enchanted ink are also really good at the moment because the rare lilligraph crafting is in the game now, so make sure you're looking to buy these at any time, not just daily. So yeah, ornate coins are also very important. So next up, what you should be doing daily is your contracts, right? So contracts, you will receive stuff like contract coins. This is why you need to be doing them, because there are a lot of good rewards for these contract coins. So you need to be doing these daily. Now right now you can see my contract rights are through the roof. I haven't been playing the past couple of days. I'm going on holiday in a couple of days, so you know, I haven't really been having much chance to do this, but I could sit here all day and do 60 of these and just pile up on my coins. In fact, I might do quite a bunch of them. I usually go to Kanina Village because they usually have the better rewards, and basically you'll get missions over here in Grey Claw Forest and also Akidu Valley. So basically anything that's tied to the word grey or wolf will be over in the forest, and then the orc ones will be on the other side over in the Akidu Valley. So you want to pick up ones that are all in the same area basically. So for instance, I'm going to accept this one. I'm going to find anything that's to do with killing fighters, to do with Grey Claw, and you know, collect gatherable items is also one that I pick up, but however I just don't bother. I just make sure that everything I have is tied to killing. So then we can refresh and we can go through again. Fighters, go down here. We find these ones as well, more grey enemies. And now I've got my 5 out of 5 and I've still got contract rights. If I go onto the map, if I do one of these, they're all going to be over in this area. So all I got to do is spend about 30 minutes running around here killing things and I'm done, finished with 5 contracts. Come back, do it all again. And as you can see, the rewards are basically rare magic powder, which are very, very useful. The training do helps you get your weapon mastery up, and then these ores are used for varying things too. So you should be doing these every single day, as many as you possibly can until you get bored. Now with the contract coin merchant, this one's in Vienta Village, you can spend your coins on varying things. These ores, if you need them, and you will need them later on, are very important to buy. We also have enchanted ink in here too, so you can buy it for the contract coins and not just for the ornate coins. Then we have parchments and stuff, which are really good. However, the things that you were looking for are the trait extraction stones, the precious blessing pouch, which you can do 1 of a day. So if you do a whole bunch of contracts, you could just buy this, have a chance at getting something like any kind of heroic crossbows, heroic gear, some purples and stuff. They're not the best in the game for what you can get, but you know, it's a nice little bridging of the gap between your blues and your really powerful stuff. Also the same with the precious epic weapon selection chest. You actually get to choose which weapon you want. So if you want a purple weapon, this is what you should be saving up for. But on a daily basis, the mystic keys are what you should be buying. Even if you don't go and use these, it's better to stack up on them. I don't even know where it shows you in the game how many of these you have, but I literally just pay for them every single day and get 5 of them. They have a fixed period item of 7 days, which I think means they disappear after 7 days. Don't quote me on that, but they only cost 75 coins and they're going to give you a whole bunch of things to do. So essentially those little orbs that are around the world that you can collect, they give you abyssal tokens and usually like another reward on top of it, and can potentially open a portal. Now the portal is very important because there are 2 rare things that you can get from this, and one of them is a morph. So if we go over here to the morphs and we go to the swim, where is my little turtle? Where is my little turtle? This one. You can get this from the portal, which I've never seen, but I've been told is the case. So if you want that, that is there. And also you get a higher level fishing rod, which is on my other character. So I'm going to go and have a look now. So as you can see, I have the platinum fishing rod. It gives a fishing bonus level of 3, and it's just a better fishing rod, and that can come from these mystic portals. So you need to be buying the mystic keys. Right, I can't be bothered to go back to my other character. So essentially what you should be doing is spending as much dimensional contract tokens as you can. I've got 4,500 on my main character. I've got 2,140 here. You're going to roughly spend between 100 and 400 per run of a dungeon, and that's what we're going to be doing, the co-op dungeons. As you can see just down here on the right, it says 120. I will have to use 120 coins on the chest at the end of a dungeon to potentially give me one of these rewards. So every single day, if you have got 0 tokens, you will be given 900 tokens to spend. That means that essentially, if you are level 50, you can run 3 dungeons a day, and that's what you should be doing, spending those tokens every single day, unless you just want to save them up for whatever reason. But this is kind of like your bread and butter of what you're going to do on a daily basis, is these actual co-op dungeons, because they do give some decent rewards, like this Carnix's Neverblade, which I'm trying to get on my tank. It would be so goddamn good. But yeah, so you want to be running dungeons every single day. These are the ones you should be running. Right, and the last final point here, which I tried to get in before the game crashes again, because it's been crashing a lot lately, is to start a second character. Now I play as a tank, which means that a lot of the times I struggle to get into dungeons unless I start them myself. Now every time I go into the party board it crashes, but usually I open the party board and I go through the list of things, and it will basically say tank needed, and every time I try to join I get denied. Every time I refresh the party board, you know, it automatically gives me an error or something. So it's very difficult for a tank, funnily enough, to get into a group. If you start the group, you're more likely to do it, but then that's a lot of stuff that you have to figure out with like getting the right people. However, I decided to start a DPS character, as you can see right here, and honestly it has been a savior for me, because I was getting so annoyed at my tank on not being able to get into groups, which means I'm not getting any armors or weapons, which means I'm not progressing, that playing a different type of character just is a hell of a lot of fun. You know, the difference in the mechanics that you play, because tank can be quite boring just sitting there tanking a boss. I just feel like this is a great thing to have on a daily basis of just going over and leveling up for a couple of hours. I'm going to go see my Amitois. So all in all, those are what you should be doing daily. You don't obviously have to have a second character, but in my opinion, I think it just helps with the monotony of the game sometimes. And then on top of that, if you want to, if you're that way inclined, obviously hit up the auction house, start crafting things and selling it too on a daily basis. But I don't want my game to become about that personally. I don't want to have to just be sitting there all day trying to earn money off the bloody auction house. So totally up to you. But that's it. That's the video for today. What you should be doing daily. Let me know if I've missed anything down below. What do you think I should be doing daily, and all that fun YouTube stuff. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.